such thing as happily ever after. Love ended in disaster, disaster. But now I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself, now it's just me. I'm gonna be free, be free. I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself, now it's just me. I'm gonna be free, be free. Free. I'm gonna be But now I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself, now it's just me. I'm gonna be free, be free. I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself, now it's just me. I'm gonna be free, be free.
Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Can you hear me loud and clear? Let me kill the music a little bit. What's good? What's good? How are we today, guys? Oh, man. Yeah, you hear me well? Wicked. Click. You got a nice click there. Excellent. That is awesome. That is great. How is everybody, man? It's been a while. How are we all today? Yeah, wicked. What's good, man? Recovering Moon Boy, Noriega, what's good? Robbie, how we doing? Ape, Carl, how you doing? Ozzy, thank you, man. Fad, how you doing, bro? Crypto Mojo, what's going on, my friend? Love from Sweden, what's good? What's good? Bummed out because of the infrastructure bill. Well, look, man. There's two ways to see this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Price is either going to respond to it as it is, or they've already absorbed it. And this is something that we need to take into consideration. All right? Because there have been instances when you receive a news announcement and the market just brushes it off. All right? Because they like to focus on the bigger picture. All right? But New York starts in fully fledged New York. Trading starts in 25 minutes. So I thought I'd get on now and just start talking about what it is that we are likely to expect moving forward. All right? My favorite coin, Solero. Solana, Solero. Whatever it is, man. Okay. Cool. All right, then. So, as we always like to start, for anybody new to the channel that's passing through, and for all my existing pattern watchers, welcome to the Traders Reality channel. My name is Tino. Let's have a conversation, guys. Let's flip over to the charts and find out what has been going on. Okay, then. There is a lot of discussion about this new bill. All right. Yellen put out a few comments talking about the success that it will have on tax evasion. All right. Now, I like to get some of my information about what is being spoken about with cryptocurrency from a website called Cryptocraft. All right. Now, this platform just takes all the information that is put across all of the internet. You'll be familiar with some of the sources themselves like CoinDesk, CBC, Live Bitcoin News, Business Insider. Okay. anything related to cryptocurrency is probably going to be put in this platform right here. All right. Now, we are going to be paying attention to what is actually being said, but we need to understand what information are they giving us. All right. So, for example, Jack Dorsey, Twitter, is talking about how Bitcoin will unite the world, but doesn't say how. So that is a positive comment. Then you've also got what Yellen has said. All right. And how she's talking about, here it is right here. Yellen says cryptocurrency amendment in Senate infrastructure bill will make meaningful progress on tax evasion. Now, it's just down to how you translate this information, but more importantly, how is the market going to translate this information? All right, that's what we need to understand. All right, so when you flip back to the charts itself, where are we so far in the cycle? All right, now we've had this glorious move to the upside by Bitcoin from the last peak formation that we saw in the chart, which was this W formation right here. All right. Now, by the principle, all right, of the cycles themselves, we've got a rise up level 1, bring price back down, come back up. We've got this extended move to the upside level 2. Level 2 starts to consolidate from yesterday's session on Monday. So Monday brought the false move week beginning. Look at what they done. They trapped the retail trader into the belief that price was then going to break down. Notable volume appearing at the high, fails to break lower, comes back up. Asian session steps in, breaks it down lower, and then the UK and the US itself initiated the move to the upside. This right here was your false move on Monday. Because imagine, everyone's coming back to the charts, all the institutional fund traders, hedge funds, pools, insurance companies, whoever's getting their fingers wet in cryptocurrency, all right? They all came on Monday with the intention to trade. So they all fell for the bait, all right? Now, I watched something over the weekend, which is brilliant, all right? And there was a quote on there that said, "The fish only sees the bait, never the hook." All right. And this is a classic example of it. Retail traders saw that price was breaking down. Just because we've had a move to the upside, traders were anticipating price to break down. Saw that nice little M formation up here. Traders would have taken that. Price starts to break down. They get their confirmation with the spikes to the high and price pulls back down again. But then unfortunately, the UK and the US initiate a quick reversal back up. All right. Monday is a false move. Let Monday show its hand and then come to the charts on Tuesday. Now we've had this move to the upside. We're expecting another move to the upside, rise level 3. All right. Now, of course, this big green vector candle movement to the upside, okay, hasn't really gained much ground. All right. Price has come back down into the zone, but it hasn't actually gone below the previous level 2 start. All right. The 50 EMA is now showing signs of strength to the upside. Okay, now with this bill, in the next 20 minutes, we're going to know if New York is going to accept this information as positive or negative, or have they already anticipated it? Is it already built into price? How do we not know that this move right here was them absorbing that information? That's what's important. Okay. Now, what we need to understand is this. We are expecting another cyclical move to the upside. This move right here was effectively just them shifting out of the zone, preparing for the move. They've now consolidated a little bit more, holding above the 5 and the 13 EMA, which is something that I've been saying to the patrons to keep an eye out. The 5 and the 13 EMA is going to give you the real, not as such the real time, but it's going to give you the momentum that is developing. Because remember, they can only move price in the way that they develop it. They can't just break down price. No, it has to develop. For example, false move on the Monday. They tricked the retail trader to go short. At the same time, the market maker is building his longs at lower prices. How is he able to build his longs? He starts taking the liquidation points and the stops for the retail trader who went long up here and he didn't pay himself. This is something that I want to try and get into as many people's minds as possible. If you realize a profit in trading, pay yourself. Get into the idea of resetting the decision-making process. All right? When I place a trade, if I've got profit, I will take it so that I can get myself set up for the next trade. Always look for the next trade. When you get stuck and you're married to a trade because of the time you've invested in it, or you feel that you're missing out on a big move to the upside, you are then biased to a direction. All right? If you're so biased to a direction, only trade that direction. Don't trade any other direction. Okay? If you only like to take longs, you focus on playing longs. You want to take shorts, you focus on playing shorts. But if you give yourself the option to trade between the two, learn to make sure that you cut out a loss or you cut out a trade that's profitable so you can add to your capital and just grow your account accordingly like that. You can see the treachery of this game, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it clear, bright as day. Why would they bring price down to the 50 EMA, trap the trader to believe that price is going down? And they can only do that with the liquidations and stops from the traders that have been made, that have placed trades on the run to the upside. Okay? Then they reverse it back up and move out to another zone. We are now in a consolidated zone right here where one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to continue with the move to the upside, or New York is going to step in and initiate a stop hunt rise and then bring price down to tap into this pool of liquidity right here. But it's all down to how New York responds to this bill. Okay? Let's flip over to Ethereum. Ethereum, hands down, will always be the currency, cryptocurrency that trades brilliantly. Okay? Green vector candle coming up towards the highs. My concern for this green vector candle is if it doesn't break out above this zone right here, all right, within the next 20 minutes, we may get a little bit of a retrace from New York. That's what I'm concerned about with Ethereum. All right, yes, price is above the 5 and the 13 EMA. It is above the 50 EMA. However, I need to see a clear break to the upside, because if you look at the bigger picture on Ethereum, it looks like we've got ourselves one big M formation. All right. Now, there's no notable volume at the highs. Look at how they're pinning the highs. Spike, 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 pin, pin, pin. What is the market maker doing? He's building his longs below key notable areas in anticipation to break through that zone. All right. Look at where the vector candles sit. If you draw the 3,000 mark on there, you're going to see a very interesting concept come into play. Where is it? The 3,000 zone is right here. Right there. All right. Notable volume, green vector candle breaking through again. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. Yeah? I'm sure you are familiar with it. It's not the first time I've spoken about whole numbers. And let's have a look at our dearly beloved XRP. XRP, how you doing? What's going on? XRP is showing us brilliant price action. Okay, let's look. You can see that you've got this W formation consolidation in this area right here. All right. Now get the path, draw it out. W formation, rise up. Little bit of a consolidation back down, level 1. Rise up, level 2. Drop, rise up, level 3. Peak formation at the highs. M5 projection point is ideally where we may see XRP ending up. Now, they naturally may retrace. We do have the start of New York in 15 minutes time, so that could induce a retrace back down. But of course, there must be something rolling out with XRP that is making her move so much, because Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're not really giving me that same impression. All right. Let me flip over to MT4 and show you a different story. Where are we with the bigger time frame? Now, if you remember, ladies and gentlemen, if we zoom out, you'll be familiar with this 4-hour cyclical pattern to the upside. Check this out. There's your W formation. Okay? Right there, bigger W. Price rises up level 1. Retrace level 2. Confirmation of the level rise up. Level 2 is full-fledged. We are now in a level 2 rise on the bigger time frame. All right. Naturally, we are expecting price to retrace back down, which may happen. And price may come back down to this area right here on the chart, which will sit in around the 44,100 zone. Okay. Naturally, if New York absorbs the information, they may even just continue with the move to the upside. We would still be in a level 2 rise. Now, a level 2 rise, level 1 rise can last for as long as they need to. The way you determine a level rise and a consolidation is when price pulls back to the 50 EMA. Look at what it did here. It rose. It went from the 21st of July all the way up to the 1st of August, and then it retraced down, okay? So we had some fun with Bitcoin in that instance. It retraced back down, and then it's now continued back towards the upside. Now, these zones that you see on the chart are previous pools of liquidity, and it's good for you to draw them out so you're not surprised with any random price movement on the chart, all right? Looking at the liquidity chart that I've got here with Bitcoin, you can see the pool of liquidity that Bitcoin did try and take, which was the 46.5 zone, all right? If they come into this point right here, ladies and gentlemen, it's guaranteed that we are likely to see, look, it is likely we are going to see the 50K zone, all right? Because they would have accumulated all of the liquidity from this point and shifted out of the zone. This candlestick right here is very important for us right now. We need to wait and see if New York rolls out and starts moving higher, which will be very interesting in the next 10 minutes or so. All right. So whilst price is doing what it's doing, you can see the red vector candle has actually come in. This is what's important as well, guys. When you see the red vector candle coming in and around the highs of a move and not breaking down lower, it's the market makers knowing that they do see price going higher at some point. So they're getting their longs filled at lower prices, at the same time taking out all the longs, liquidity and stops for the retail trader so that they can close their shorts at the same time. All right, this is what it is. They can trapping up traders, getting their longs filled and closing shorts at the same time. So this is what we need to wait for. We need to wait for them to show their true intention at the 50 EMA. All right, so taking a look at the comments, what's going on? Who we got in this room? Oh man, Georgette, would I be interested in discussing market maker mindset with JJ? Oh man, that'll be very interesting. That would be very interesting. Ada, who else is there? Who else is in this room? Yeah, it's a big pump. It is a big pump by XRP. Immortal Orange, what's good? What's good? I'm just saying what's good to everybody in here. Hey, what's good, Australia? How you doing? Nice to have you here. If you are new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to like and subscribe, as it's going to help with the algorithm. But more importantly, spread the word of what I'm trying to achieve with this channel. This channel is designed at helping you understand how the market works. All right. Now, we haven't got a foolproof system. Well, some would beg and say that it is a fantastic system. It's not 100% guaranteed, but I can tell you it's going to improve the chances of you understanding what to expect in this game of trading. It is the hardest, easiest way to make money, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hard game, and it's all about your development in the times of uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen next. We will never know. And as long as we have that acceptance, then we're going to be able to come to the charts, pull up all our confluences together, and then make a decision. You either pay to play, get the feedback from your decisions, and rinse and repeat. If it's profitable, happy days. If it's not, keep it cheap and start again and start again. Trading needs to be boring for you. It can't be exciting. All right? It has to be boring. It made you cry. What made you cry? Paul Lewis, what made you cry? I mean, that is sad. What's happened? Yeah. 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 This is it. Ada. Let's have a look at Ada. Well, that's actually, before we do look at that, let's have a look at what's going on across the board so we can understand what is actually happening. So, Raven coin sits at the top. Now, this, of course, is the watch list that I've got. Now, there may be other coins that are actually making bigger gains. Is there any way that I can pull up all of the cryptocurrency coins that are actually performing? Can anyone shed light onto that? Because I am new to it. Can I just create a new list? Is that it? Terminator, thank you very much, my friend. Tino, can you drive? Tino, can they drive? First things first, before I even finish reading your comment, yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can do whatever they want. The thing is about the ADR, now for those of you who are new, the ADR is the average daily range that a coin, currency pair, commodity, or anything like that, any financial asset traded on the markets, it's the average daily range that an asset can travel within a certain period of time, or should we say in a session. All right. Now, Bitcoin itself tends to have, I'll show you in Forex. I'll give you the example in Forex. Okay. So in Forex, dollar yen has an ADR of 55 pips. Okay. So if we zoom in, we can see that it has an ADR range of 55 pips. So from the open to the close, the journey that it can travel is 55 pips. All right. So if we look at this Asian session till the next start of the next session, we can see that from this point all the way to that point, it traveled 29.7 pips. All right. So it was well within its ADR range for that session. All right. However, it didn't fully complete a whole ADR movement, which is why the next move on the next Asian session itself finalized that 29 pips and moved it by 12, which effectively near enough around the 40 mark, 45, 40 mark. Okay. Now, let's look at this. This session right here, from this zone right here all the way up to the high, it achieved 58.2 pips, made the ADR range, and then it pulled straight back. All right, because they have to keep it in the fray. They have to keep it within a range because the IMF said, please do not allow price to go so high and so low because you'll throw off the market. All right. Now, in light of trading itself, how can we use the ADR to determine cycles as such? Well, the principle is for every ADR move that happens in a currency pair, all right, is one cycle to the upside or to the downside. All right. So if I bring it over to cryptocurrency, all right, we can assume that when it forms a W formation, when it moves away from that zone, it can move an ADR of about 1,400 pips for cryptocurrency, that is. All right. So principle says that on a weekly basis, any currency pair or commodity or currency or cryptocurrency, whatever, is likely to move 3 times its ADR. So it will do 3 cycles to the upside, and then the next week it could do 3 cycles to the downside. The general consensus is this, guys. This is a weekly pattern right here, which you can see. All right. It's a weekly pattern. We're starting off yesterday, Monday, with a W formation by principle. Price comes up. That's day 1. Price comes up again, day 2. Price up, day 3, level 3. Price comes down, goes up again, day 4, level 1. Down, day 5, level 2. Level 3 again, new start of the week. Okay. So that's what the ADR is. It just helps you understand the journey that price is likely to take on its move. Okay. Now, New York, 5 more minutes time. All right. New York is going to be moving in 5 more minutes time. XRP is just now moving. Yeah, it's hit the 84.93 zone, 0.8493. We're just waiting to see what New York is going to do next for us. Okay. Looking across the board, a lot of altcoins are moving pretty well. All right. Ravencoin seems to be doing fantastic. All right. It doesn't even look like it wants to come back at all. All right. It's done great. Look at this massive movement. Clear pushing up of price into the range. They are only recovering previous areas of liquidity. So if you look back on the higher time frame, you can see where they've come to. All right. You can see where price is right there. You look left, you can see there are pools of liquidity that they've recovered right here. And now price is wicking out at the highs because it's trying to tap some more pools of liquidity over here right there. Okay. We are expecting a bit of a retrace. There's no two ways about it. All right. ADA Bitcoin itself, she is now coming down. Okay. So the start of a new 1 hour candle, because we got a new 4 hour candle rolling out as well at 2 o'clock. But at the start of a new 1 hour candle, we should see ADA pull back. By that principle, Bitcoin should rise and continue because XRP has made a fantastic move. All right. And so has, has Ethereum. Ethereum is still struggling, which is what I'm concerned about. All right. I'm expecting that if New York steps in and starts to really throw things about, we may see price come down, retrace, start a consolidation, and then make the move. All right. But from this point here, they may just simply spike out, initiate the US Brinks box, drop it, and then continue up. But it's all down to how they respond to this bill. That's all we're waiting for, guys. That's all that we are waiting for. All right, I'm just having a look at your questions right here. Raven has to do with something with the mining. Yeah, okay. Didn't know that. All right, can you briefly explain the M candle indicator from MT4? Can't find the video. I haven't done a video on that, okay? But if hold on a sec. Let me explain that in a few moments, because I want to keep an eye on what Ethereum is going to do next. She looks like she's coming up. We're coming up 3 minutes until the next hour. 2.5 minutes, sorry, until the next hour. The 3,200 mark is going to be important here because it's down as a whole number. Ideally, if their intention is to break higher, they will break through the 3,200 zone with notable volume. So this candle should extend further up. But I don't think we're going to see that in the next 2 minutes. The next candle might start that, which would then imply that the next hour should show a full vector to the upside, but it all depends on how New York respond. There's a reason why they're holding price in this zone. Here it is. They may just do it. They may just do it. 2 more minutes for the Ethereum. Here we go. Hold on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. There is, yes, listen, there is a massive M, all right? There is a massive M, but we're waiting now to see if this M is going to hold true. Here we go. 2 more minutes. 1.5 minutes left. Here we go. Are they going to break the 3,200 zone on notable volume? Because that will tell me that they favor higher prices because they've built their longs below the key numbers to break higher. Flipping over to Bitcoin itself. Where's Bitcoin gone? Bitcoin's dropping now. Here we go. Here we are, green vector candle. I'm hoping that the next hour doesn't see the retrace back down. And if New York responds to it the way I think it's going to respond, then boy, it's going to be an interesting day for trading, guys. I'm going to keep an eye on Ethereum because she's technically doing very well. Here we go, 1 more minute. Yeah, the bill, it all depends on how the market translates it. All right? Because right now, everything is rising. Okay? If this bill gets rolled out and it's starting to cause concern for people, how far is price going to drop? Is it really that detrimental? Or isn't it something that they've anticipated that is likely to happen? And I've said it as well. The fact that they're going to start bringing in crypto regulation, it only means that Wall Street is going to start stepping in. That's all it is. It's more liquidity. Let's jump back to when trading Forex on leverage in Forex was when they started to crack down on the leverage over there. All right. Quite a few years ago, they cracked down on the leverage game because brokers were offering people 1,000 to 1 leverage. All right. Now, at that point in time, if knowledge serves me correctly, Forex was trading at around the 3.5 to 4 trillion daily turnover on a day-to-day basis. So $4 trillion were exchanging hands on a day-to-day basis in Forex. All right. They stepped in with the regulation of the leverage. They brought it all the way down to, I think it was like 500 some brokers, brought it down to 30 to 1, 50 to 1. That only means one thing. More money now needs to be put up front for people to trade. And what does the market maker want? He wants people's money. He needs more money to get his orders filled. So now the Forex market is trading at $6.5 trillion per day. So regulation, it is a good thing. Short term, some people may not welcome it. But long term, it just means more money is going to come into the game of crypto, guys. And that's a good thing. Here we go. 3,188. Let's see. New York is now fully open. The futures market is going to roll out very soon at 2:30. All right. And we're going to see. Bill has to go for House Representative and it won't be implemented until 2023. There you go. Yeah, Quinton. Even if it doesn't get implemented until 2023, they may react to it now. That's the thing. Or they may just simply dismiss it. Either or, as long as price stays above the 50 EMA, we've got our reasons to see that price should be continuing higher. The 3,500 is the absolute point that I'm expecting Ethereum to go to with a few retraces. That is potentially what may happen. We are coming up towards the high ADR, all right? But until we see a clean break from this zone, because they still haven't clearly shown commitment to break higher, all right? So once they break higher, hit the ADR, we should see the retrace, continuation to the upside. We are in a level 3 cycle to the upside. That is where we are right now, guys. From this point right here, rise, retrace, move up. They may even move up, pull back, come up again, pull back, and then hit a peak formation, and then come down and reset again. That is maybe what will happen. There are two instances here. How to avoid hodl your Bitcoin, wait for IRS to be dissolved. Moon boys are active. Moon boys are in. All right, let's see what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin still hasn't finished positive. All right, we've got the new vector candle coming into play right now. Sorry, new 1 hour candle. See, New York's pretty quiet. We'll see New York move in a few moments. What parameters would nullify a level 3? Well, Adam, a level 3, what you would want to see on the completion of a level 3 is you want to see notable volume like this appearing at the highs, okay? When it appears at the highs and price deviates away from the 50 EMA, okay, you then want to see big red vector candles trying to break through the 50 EMA, because this one right here not breaking through the 50 EMA tells me that it's just a setup. All right, they're adding some more longs at lower prices in this consolidation zone because they haven't broken down any lower. All right, if you look carefully, you see this boxed off area right here. There was a vector candle on the 15-minute time frame that they could tap for some liquidity. Look, that little area right there, look left, it was right there. They just tapped it and come straight away from it. Until price breaks up, there's no cigars just yet. All we're seeing is spike, spike, pin, pin, pin. They're working the highs. So it's like they're trying to trap the retail trader to convince him to go long so that they can set up price to drop. And that drop could happen over the next couple of hours or so. And then when they stabilize, they then try and come out of the zone again. All right? Because when you look at it from a higher time frame perspective, okay, especially on here, when you look at it from that point of view, you don't really want to be paying attention to any retraces other than if you look at the 5 and the 13 EMA on the chart. You can see on the 4 hour price is above the 5 and the 13 EMA. There are no signs on this chart to show me that it's breaking down. But naturally, as you look at charts on the smaller time frame, you're going to think the worst, which is why holders shouldn't look at any time frame less than the daily. All right, they should focus on the weekly, monthly, and at minimum the daily. All right, because they're going to be absorbing too many fluctuations in price, which can trigger emotions to make them do something that they don't want to do. You wouldn't make a decision off the 1 hour time frame to determine your hodl, your bag of cryptocurrency coins that you've been holding for so long. You would base it on the bigger time frame. I experienced many times a W is followed by V and an M is followed up by an A for smaller patterns. Yep, that's what happens. You know, W, V, V, M, and then M, A, W. That's what the pattern is. That's what this is right here. Where is it? On the 1 hour time frame. What do you think this is? W, V, V, M, M formation, A, W. That's how it is. What's a pattern? All right, for anybody new to the actual channel itself, all right, I've got all the links that you need to join in the Discord. Okay, get yourself over to the Discord because we've got a community in there. We've got a wiki as well, and you can learn everything that you want to find out about this channel and what it is that we actually do. Okay, but if you want access to all these indicators, so you can download IC Markets, all right, links in the description. Once you've downloaded IC Markets or TradingView as well, make your way into the Discord and you can download these indicators free of charge. Everything here is free on the channel in terms of the indicators, so you can just get the indicators free of charge, put it to TradingView or onto IC Markets. There are videos in the channel that will help you install that. But there's also a bag of people in the Discord, a beautiful community that helps everyone. So just ask questions. Don't be shy. Just ask questions. If you get it wrong, so what? Because there were many people that are in the same boat as you guys if you are new. Okay? Yeah, and the Instagram as well, guys. Listen, I do not contact anybody on Instagram. I've got this one guy who's using the Instagram channel. He's trying to just approach people. I will not contact anybody at all. I will never do it unless I'm replying back to someone. That's the only time I will communicate with you. But Just do not communicate with anyone that uses Trader's Reality name in the first instance. Don't do it. All right. He's just trying to get you to deposit money somewhere. Just stay away from it. Scammers galore, but we can't do nothing about it. All right. All right. Then let's have a look. Do we have 3 pins to the high on the 1 hour? Maybe the reversal to the downside. Look, there are concepts with this hybrid system, all right, that we need to bring together at a certain point in time and then say to ourselves, okay, what are the chances of it actually working out in our favor? All right. Now there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pins to the high. All right. Now, if it's more than 3, something is happening. They're trying to get the guys committed to the upside, get their liquidity trapped up here. All right. Because down here is where their stops are. Down here is where they tell their brokers how much money they are prepared to lose or how much money they've got in their margin for the market maker to tap that liquidity, to release that margin, hit the liquidation points, build his longs at lower prices, and then move price back up again. How many times have you guys opened trade, set a stop, your stop gets hit, and then price goes in the direction that you initially went in favor for? How many of you have experienced that? All right. It's not because the broker doesn't like you. It's not because you're bad at trading. It's because you, amongst thousands of other traders, are purchasing in this area here. And you're setting your stops below, which is why the market maker is spiking these highs. He's grabbing the liquidity. This is not, in the eyes of supply and demand, this is not where there is a supply and there's no interest. Of course there's interest, because you wouldn't get a wick. In this wick right here, there were orders. Someone went long up here. Someone went long. Someone went long right there. All right. They can only be a wick if someone had placed an order there, and the market maker spikes price up, brings it back down again, because he can see that that order up there, when it goes live, it's going to release liquidity. All right. That's the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. That's from my understanding how the market works. All right. And this channel is designed to help you identify key areas in the chart that will allow you to exploit the market maker's behavior. All we need to be focusing on is the cycle. The cycle is so important. Where's my chart, man? I need my chart. Where is it? There it is right there. This is a Monday to Friday cyclical movement. Okay. Mainly for Forex. Crypto is every single day. But this is a template of the cyclical behavior of the markets. All right. We have a pattern on a Monday. Rise up, level 1. Rise up, level 2. Rise, level 3. Peak formation usually happens in the midweek reversal. Drop, level 1. Drop, level 2. The week starts again. All right. Now, when you're looking at it in real time, where are you right now? By principle, we are in a level 3 move to the upside. So we could be on this point of the chart right here. And we're waiting for this pattern to evolve. If price does continue higher, then this cyclical move to the upside is going to be extended. So they may actually form another pattern up here. So how long is this move to the upside going to last for? That is the key thing. Okay. AMC, yeah, I heard about this. AMC going to accept crypto by the end of the year. So endorsement right there, cryptocurrency endorsement. That's what cryptocurrency needs. But there have been so many instances where so many companies have stepped forward and endorsed cryptocurrency and price doesn't do anything. All right. And that's what we need to be aware of. We need to be aware of that. New York is fully on its way now. 10 minutes past 2. Another 20 more minutes for the New York futures to roll out. Let me flip over to... Let me have a look. Give me some coins, guys. If there's coins that I'm not talking about on here or not listed, tell me some coins that you would like me to have a look at. Level 3. I explained that earlier on, my friend. That's all good. That's all good. ICP. I've heard people talk about this ICP. I've heard a lot about ICP. Let's have a look at ICP. Okay, then. Here we go. ICP is looking pretty favorable. It's moving nicely to the upside, but ICP hasn't been trading for long. Let me just pull up a bigger time frame of ICP itself. Here we go. Massive W formation at the lows. You can see that. Look at that. Perfect. I love a good W. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Which is a variation of the inverted head and shoulders. There's your shoulder. There's the head. And there is your right shoulder. Okay. Get rid of that one. Now look at where she's going. She's only recovering previous pools of liquidity right here. So the next big pool of liquidity for ICP is around the 100 mark. Before we get there, we're probably going to see a retrace. No doubt. No doubt. What else have we got? V-chain. Here we go. Vet. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Here we go. Lovely. Pool of liquidity being taken on V-chain. Nice. It's quite a spiky movement, but generally progressive to the upside. That's favorable. See, when you're asking about level 3, how do you know when a level's over? You want to be paying attention to the development of vectors at the highs. Because when they push price higher, they're doing it to induce traders to get committed. Because what do traders do? Or the retail trader? He buys when it's rising. All right? Because they say that when price is rising, it means the buyers are in control. Well, we are not correct in that basis. And I've explained it many a times in the channel as to why that concept is flawed. All right? Because in this marketplace, this business model is designed on liquidity. All right? There's no tangible asset. It's not like going into a shop, all right, and buying jumpers. It's about liquidity. Money can only be placed if it's going to be matched. Right? In order for someone to buy, someone has to sell. Likewise, if someone's selling, someone has to be on the other side buying. That can only happen if there is liquidity. And there will always be liquidity. And when you see price spiking at the highs and pulling back, it's not because there's no interest. It's because the market maker doesn't want to allow the previous liquidity he induced the retail trader to believe that as price is rising, he's getting all these orders coming in. All right? And he's obligated to fulfill those orders. He's fulfilling those orders by setting up the opposite side to the retail trader's trade. All right. So when you're building your when you're going long, the market maker is building his shorts. All right. And when he spikes and pulls price back down, all right, it's because he can't allow the retail trader's liquidity to continue to be built as it goes higher, because that means the retail trader's making money and he's not in the game of charity. He wants to get you to commit your money to a certain point in the chart and then reverse it back so that he can use your liquidations, your stops, and your margins to open up the trades that he originally was building against you. Now, think of it like this. When your long position or when your buy order is in profit, where do you think you take the liquidity from when you sell it? You take it from the contract that was initially given against you. Likewise, when your long position is in the red, where do you think your liquidity is going? It's going to the trade that has been set up against you as a short. Yeah? I talk about this quite a lot in the channel, guys, and I'll repeat it over and over again. So if you are new to this channel, go and watch a couple of the previous streams, but more importantly, go into the playlist called Understanding the Hybrid, and you're able to get a bit of information on how to use this information in your day-to-day trading. All right? Let me have a look. Ethereum, 4-hour time frame is showing good strength. We've got another 15 more minutes. The 3200 zone has yet to be broken. This is interesting. I'm going to bring up the smaller time frame just to see what are we going to expect from this move. Here we go. US Brinks box initiated a stop hunt low rise out the zone. Price above the 5 and the 13 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. They are working this previous wick. All right, those of you who understand what I'm talking about with this, we spoke about this today. Now working up 3200. There it is. There's the 3200. I want to see a vector candle coming in on the 3200 to tell me that they are stepping in, favoring higher prices. If we don't get that move, then it's going to be a cause for concern. It could be a little bit of a trap, but let's see if we do get the vector candle. Let me flip over to MT4. Am I going to see the same sort of behavior on there? Whoa, I've just blown my eyes on this screen. That's not very good. Forgive me, guys. No vector candles just yet, so I'll come off from that. There you go. Look, spiked up 3,202 and came back down again. A nice little trap right there that they did. Here we go. Look at it getting busy right there. Look at that little spiking up and down. Gold. You want to look at gold? Okay, let's have a look at gold. Gold has been taking a battering, but I think they're setting up gold because something is brewing, man. They're brewing. Investors have now quickly taken their money out of gold and put it into risk-on assets, which pretty much explains why dollar yen is making its move to the upside. Okay. But at the same token, they are going to be coming back towards these previous pools of liquidity, man. There's a reason why they got so busy in this range. Something is going to happen. All right. And we're trying to work out what it is. Ethereum, see, look at that. No vector candle on the break of the 3,200 zone. So they just trigger the retail trader to believe price is going higher, take his liquidity and shift back down. Looking on the 1 hour time frame of Ethereum, are we seeing the pullback? There's the big pin right there. Ideally, by the end of this 1 hour candle, I want to see price break up above the 3,200 zone. Okay, I'm just waiting to see the New York Open, which is going to give us the true intention of what to expect. Bitcoin is still trading negatively for the day. It needs to come up, man. It needs to come up. It really does. I think they are just going to hold it today or just wait for New York futures to roll out. Let's have a look. Cake on the XRP. Let's have a look at XRP for you. What is XRP doing? All right, hold on. Where are you, XRP? I know I've got you somewhere. Here we go. Bang. XRP. Wonderful. Lovely behavior by XRP. 90 mark is in sight. 85 just breaking above 86 zone, which is the high ADR. Could be very interesting. I just need to pull up XRP on this chart right here. Are we going to see? See, now we're at the range daily high for XRP. So we may see a little bit of a pullback or retracement on XRP. We've covered back to the previous pools of liquidity right there. That looks like, yep, above the psychological high, which is great news for us. Ethereum on the psychological high itself is, yep, it's broken above the psychological high, but it's come straight back down again. So it's really important that we pay attention to that. It's not actually taken the psychological high. It hit it once, twice, third time, and it hasn't followed through. I'm just concerned that if we do see Ethereum break the range daily high, we may even get a bit of a retrace, but it all depends on what happens in the futures market, because this is what may happen in New York, guys. All right, in New York, we may even just get this following behavior. Let me bring up Ethereum. So we might actually, no, we'll do Bitcoin instead. So the New York Brinks itself might initiate this. We could get price right now is stabilizing in this zone. So we're getting this behavior right now. All right. New York might even do the following. It may even spike up, bring price back down, consolidate, wait for the UK session to finish, spike lower, then make a move up. All right, because they wanted to set the intention. They want to make traders believe it's going to go down. Now they may even do this sort of behavior, spike lower, trap the trader's commitment, and then shift out of the zone so they can actually absorb as more longs at below key notable areas to close them higher later on. All right, so looking at that, I ain't going to pull that chart up again, man. It's just blown my eyes, that has. All right, we've recovered that pool of liquidity, so we don't need that. That's the next point in the chart. Okay, then, how are we all? Let me have a look. Here we go. Elrond. Okay, let's have a look at Elrond. Elrond is doing pretty well. Where is it? Actually, it's not. Okay. See, with Elrond, it's quite interesting how we got 3 pushes to the high, right? EU Brinks box, retrace, continuation, back up. I'm just waiting for New York. 8 more minutes, 9 more minutes, guys. 9 more minutes until New York. How we doing, Natai? How you doing? London closes at 5:30 UK time, GMT. 5:30 GMT. And the phenomenon with the New York session is this. Usually, When you've got New York and the US open together, you've got masses of liquidity hitting the markets. Lots of liquidity hitting the markets. When Europe closes and then UK closes, so we're talking about Germany, Spain, France, and then you've got UK closing, the only liquidity that is available to move the market is the US. So the US gets free reins on whatever's been happening in and around the chart. All right. So if I pull up, let me give you an example. So if we look back in the chart itself, okay, a good example of it would be, let me bring up MT4 and show you on Bitcoin. All right. So bring up the 15-minute time frame. I'll just bring this up for you and you shall see what I'm talking about. Okay, then cool. So let's look at yesterday's session. Okay. No, let me get rid of the M candles. Where are they? Where are the M candles? Right there. All right, cool. Here we go. So this is the New York session. Okay. Now this was on the 9th of August. Now you can see New York steps in, initiates a stop hunt low, rise to the top, hits the high. All right. Then it starts to range off. All right. There's no clear direction in New York. Okay. As the UK closes, which is right here, New York then set the precedents and make the move. All right. Let's look at it again from another New York session. Right, so this was obviously a big move where the synchronization of liquidity was favorable by New York and London. We've got this, another favorable move by New York, shifting up. We are now going to see some very interesting behavior right now. Right. Looking at that. Here we go. There's an example. New York rises, hits the high on the brinks, price comes back down. So you've got two reversal points. You've got the reversal for the New York high, reversal of the New York low, stopping volume, two stopping volumes, price shifts out. UK closes, Europe closes and the UK, and then New York make free rein to the downside. All right. Look at how they copied the Asian session. So Asia initiates a high, gets the longs filled at lower prices. UK steps in and adds to the liquidity, and then they too build their longs. US steps in, they hit price higher, they too build their longs. UK closes, US builds some more longs, and then before you know it, price starts to move up from that point from there. So usually what we like to see is we like to see and determine what the Asian session's going to do, which is going to reflect on what the chances of price following that same behavior throughout the remaining sessions. All right. Sam, is that you? That is not me. I'm not Sam, bro. People keep telling me about looking like this Sam Bray, whatever his name is. What else? Let me have a look. I know I've got that coin somewhere. How you doing, Chatty? How you doing, bro? JZ, did you send a super chat, bro? What was it? Let me have a look. I didn't see a super chat. Was there a super chat? I didn't see it. Sorry, man. If there's been a super chat, I haven't seen it, my friend. I did not see it. Check Discord DM. Alright, let me have a look. Sorry about this, guys. Give me a second. Aha, Axis and Alex. Okay, then. Thank you very much. Axis, let's have a look. Have I got it up here? Nope. Okay, let's have a look there. Axe. Wow. Very nice trading. See, it looks like the altcoins are going to be moving, man. Coming out, see what pool of liquidity they are taking. I don't know how long this has been going for. I need to look at the bigger picture. Is that an all-time high? Let me just pull that up. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, yeah. Axis. My days. What a move. What an absolute monstrous move by Axis, man. That is awesome. And what else we got? Alice as well. I mean, look, whenever you've got all-time high, okay, and price is moving away from the 50 EMA and the moving averages are just so extended up, expect a bit of a retrace. I mean, look what happened here. Price spiked up, came back down, tested the 13 EMA. It's done exactly the same thing again. It's moved higher, and now we're effectively waiting for a bit of a retrace. That retrace is going to break down in the light of the smaller time frames, okay? So if you break it down, look down on the 15-minute time frame, you can see that they haven't broken down below the 5 and the 13, so trend is favorable to the upside. We can drop down even more time frames and wait to see if the vectors start to step in and break down lower. But look, man, they're holding the 13 EMA, man. They want to keep price moving. That is awesome for Axis, man. Alice. Okay, Alice is doing pretty much the same story. Where is Alice coming from? That's a big move away from this 50 EMA. I will tell you this, guys. When you're looking at the altcoins, all right, their moves away from the 50 EMA are somewhat aggressive, okay? So just be mindful that the aggressive move away from the 50, granted, it's going to come back down to the 50. But usually you can see when the 5 and the 13 EMA start acting as support, you know, you're going to get yourself another cyclical move to the upside. So if we consider the following, based on the principle of this move to the upside, if they do hold the 5 and the 13 EMA, we may see 12, 14, see another $5-6 more move to the upside. So we could finish in and around the 17 zone. All right, that may be where they could send price before they retrace, or they'll retrace before they actually do that. So you can actually get, you've got a rise, retrace, continuation up. It hasn't come back to the 50, so we may even get a retrace back down, continuation up. That's what likely may happen. It's not that much of an extended move on the 5-minute, but looking on the hour, it just looks absolutely crazy at what it's doing. All right, so we are expecting that little retrace. Look at that, 5 and 13 EMA pointing upwards, man. It's crazy. 50 is going to turn over the 200, but don't be fooled on this, because the 50 and the 200 were very close together. There's not been any expansion away from it. All right. So yeah, sorry about that, bro, man. Thank you very much, Infinex. Right, okay, where we at? 1 more minute until New York. Let's see what the New York futures says. Let's pull up Bitcoin. Bitcoin trading higher now. I really want to see Ethereum. Here we go. There it is. 3,200 is yet to be broken. I'm expecting once the futures markets open. Come on. Come on, futures. Where are you at? Bring up the 15-minute time frame. Right, still got this big wick to recover. All right, this is why I'm like hesitant about this. Got vectors 1, 2, 3, and 4 vectors, but not really any clear movement away from the zone. I need to see that movement. AMC up 10% pre-market. Nice. ADA's blasting away. What is ADA doing? ADA. Let's just have a look at ADA. ADA USDT. Let's have a look. Yeah, she's doing pretty good. Pretty good, but starting to stabilize at this high. I like that. Let me look at ADA Bitcoin. ADA Bitcoin doing the same thing. ADA USD, same story. Hot. It's doing pretty decent. It's just New York, man. I'm waiting to see what New York has to say. Here we go. Here we go. 3,200. New York breaking out. There she is. Vector candle. Come on. Give me the vector. There it is. There it is right there. By that token, Bitcoin should be moving. Still not moving. Bitcoin isn't moving yet. Please don't be that fake move. This would be the level 3 rise that we are waiting for, guys. Okay, this is it. Now, that big M formation looks like it hasn't played out, and it's not going to play out. All right. If this move continues up in light of this pattern to the upside right here, we should be seeing the high ADR for Ethereum get taken out. M4 projection, M2 pivot has been confirmed. Price shifting out. It didn't give me notable volume on the break of the 3,200 zone. Ideally, if this candle finishes positive and it's green, then we may just get that intention. But I want to make sure that they keep price above that point to be consistent with the cyclical level 3 move to the upside. All right. Raven coin still trading well at 17%. Looking at this, either just set new local high. Yep, the high of the day. Very interesting. Let's see what she does. The high ADR is where ideally they're going to be looking to send price. Looking at the ADR on here, I'll bring Ethereum. Range daily high has been hit on MT4, guys. Range daily high has been hit on Ethereum on the 4-hour time frame, trading above the psychological high. Now things are going to get interesting. There it is. There's the vector candle that we've been waiting for. All right. Now that by the end of this hour, it should finish green. Okay. If it doesn't finish green, they're not finished with this zone. So we are going to expect to see higher price as we go into the session. All right. It's going to be very, very interesting movement right now. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is not actually doing much. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Still not above its daily open. I think it's the alt game. Altcoins are going to be moving. There's the green vector, ladies and gentlemen. What we've been waiting for. I think I need to take my inhaler. That has actually got me a little bit excited. Give AMP a look. Okay. Have a look at AMP. Okay, I'm not going to do it at that. I'm just going to do it AMP USD. Ugh. I'm guessing, is that correct? Yeah? Is this the right coin? Not really. Not much is happening here, man. Not much is happening there. It's a bit of a dead coin. Looks like it's forming a pattern. But it is a bit of a dead coin. Quite a volatile one as well. Don't really like to look at volatile coins like this when you've got lots of wicks. There's just people putting big orders because of how cheap it is. And it's just spiking up and bringing it back down. So it's like every day's a pump and dump for this coin. All right. Well, let's see what else there is. BNB. Let's have a look at BNB. BNB. Interesting behavior by BNB. Lovely move to the upside. What else have we got? Bit of cake. Oh, we like a bit of cake. Cake's following the cyclical move to the upside very well. It's approaching the ADR high for the session, ladies and gentlemen. So don't get too excited. All right. Ethereum. Where's she going? Green vector candle. She needs to continue high. I want to see a clean break above the 3200 zone, man. It's not giving me that conviction just yet. All right. XRP, biggest pump dump coin. Well, if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. That's all there is to it. Doge is pretty much doing nothing. Okay, then. Having a look across the board here. I'm not really seeing anything that's standing out. It's getting my attention. Raven coin is still the star of the show, but she isn't doing much right now. I think they're moving Bitcoin and Ethereum, all right? And then the alts will follow. So alts have had their little bit of hype. They've had their movement. In light of the fractional disparity, Bitcoin is moving, Ethereum is moving now. So we're going to see, here we go. Nice, 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 strong vector candle. And we've still got 35 minutes until a new 1 hour candle is forming. Look at that. This is going to be a big candle unless they start spiking. If we drop down to the lower time frames and see the development of these candles, we're going to see the intention. Here we go. There you go. Nice green vector candle coming out of the US Brinks box. All right. So they favor higher prices, ladies and gentlemen, but we are at the range daily high for the session. So we may get a little bit of a retrace, but M4 pivot point does look promising. 3,300. If they break above the 3,300 with notable volume and follow through with this, then that is happy days for us, guys. Anyone holding Ethereum is in a good position right now. The pattern looks like it's playing out perfectly for us. Right there, you can see rise, retrace, continuation up. Let's see how it all rolls out, ladies and gentlemen. Are you enjoying yourselves today's, you know? I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my mind. Don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, man. Kusama. Let me have a look at Kusuma. What is it? Kusama. AMC using spin, which is flex. Okay. How you doing, Hungry? That's all good. You're enjoying it? Nah, I'm not sick, man. I'm not sick. Touch wood, I'm all good. Right. 60, 64. Yeah, if you want a few boomer moments, ladies and gentlemen, go back and watch the last couple of streams. I struggled to say the word 64 for absolutely ages, and it took about 5 minutes to recognize that, but hey, that's another story. Are we in rise from level 3? So, Tina, are we in rise level 1 from a reset or level 3 on Ethereum? Sebastian, look, we are in a cyclical move to the upside. This move drop down was a level 2. We're expecting a level 3 rise to the upside. Okay, we want to see now price coming up towards the M4 and the M5 pivot points. All right, that would be deemed as a valid rise for level 3. Now, how do we know how long a level 3 is going to last? Well, we need to look at what the candlesticks are doing. If hypothetically price continues higher, all right, takes the M4, retraces, continues and holds above the 5 and the 13 EMA, all right, happy days, we're still in a level 3, and you can get an extension of the level 3 like no tomorrow, and you've seen that happen. Now, the only time that you're going to establish whether a level 3 is going to be formed is following. You see a spike to the high, price pulls back, buy the dip, trap the retail trader into the belief that price is going to continue higher. Then when price tries to make another high, as long as it doesn't take out the previous peak from the first high and it stabilizes here and drops, you're going to see price break below the 5 and the 13. And then when it breaks below the 5 and the 13, you're effectively going to see the following. You're going to see a retrace back up to test the 5 and the 13. It rejects that point, comes all the way down again, hits the 50, bounces off the 50, comes back down, breaks through the 50, hits back and retests the 50 EMA, and then drops down lower. All right, that by principle is the cyclical move to the downside. That's how they move price, because they're taking liquidations and stops whilst they retrace back up. People see it as support, but what they're doing is they're just moving price, hitting the liquidity pools, because there are guys that are going short. And when they move price back up, they hit those liquidation points, and then they can open their longs, or their shorts, sorry, at higher prices and then drop it down again. So shorts at higher prices, using the liquidations for the guys who went long or short in this area, open their longs, open their shorts, and move down again. Remember, you've got these guys over here that have been adding their positions. So they've been going long here. A market maker takes their longs, all right, their liquidation points on their longs to open up his shorts and close longs at the same time. It's a vicious game, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute vicious. At the end of a bull market top, why would most market makers buy from the sellers? Won't the market makers only be able to recover the longs they opened over a few years when the price rises back to those highs? ABC, this is something that happens at the end of the day. It works on this principle, okay? Market makers are the guys who provide the liquidity. If they're opening positions out from years before and they haven't come back to those points in the chart, okay, guaranteed to you they would have trapped enough liquidity in a certain area where they would have recovered the loss on that. Remember, they can lose their money and they can lose as much of it as they want, but they know where they're going to send price. So they never lose. They just add more of the positions at a different point in the chart. If that is how I understood your question correctly. Are you on the 1 hour, 4 hour? I can see 3 retraces back to the 50 for Ethereum. I'm operating on the 1 hour. This is the 1 hour Ethereum futures. I didn't promise Kusama, but I am going to do it now. All right. Does it have liquidity? Is there USDT? Light liquidity. Let's see what Qcoin is saying. There we go. Nice. Nice behavior. I mean, bloody hell, it's a nice, it's decently priced as well. Nice W formation. See, this is really good. This is where you can understand volatility right here. Vector candles to the downside, hits the 200 and the 800 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Remember, the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame is the 50 EMA on the 4 hourly. 800 EMA on the 1 hour is the 200 EMA on the 4 hourly. Okay? So this support right here showing promise of a cyclical move to the upside. Price shifts out of the zone right there. All right? Now this wick right here is a bit of a crazy wick, but you can see they're slowly filling that wick right there. All right? So what are the chances of it coming back down again? Well, wait until you see price starting to break down. It's going to come to the 5 EMA in this instance anyway. And we're going to see price drop, maybe try come back up again and then drop, recover these vector candles and continue with its move to the upside. So then that will be deemed as a valid level 1 retrace continuation to the upside. Right, what's going on with the big three? Here we go. Bitcoin, what's it doing? All right, it's pulling back, recovery. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. Is Ethereum doing the same thing? There she is. There it is right there. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. Wow. Looks like New York are taking precedence on that bill. Are they responding to it? There it is. Look at that. Here we go. Recovery of the green vector. We got 15 more minutes until the next hour candle, guys. Hold on. What is going on here? It looks like they're going to do it. Looks like it might actually happen. But it all depends, because there are people right now that have gone long and they've just worked all of their stops now. People have gone long on this move and now they've just tapped all the liquidation points and brought price all the way back down. I'll be surprised if this candle doesn't finish higher. All right. If it does finish higher, then that will be consistent with what the market maker has just done with this zone right here. If not, they may be looking to offset and make the move to the downside to start recovering some of the money they've been giving back. Then that would mean we're still in a level, effectively a level 2 rise. Okay? It will still be a level 2 rise on this cyclical pattern right here because we haven't had a full level 3 move to the upside. Okay? So remember, wait for the 5 and the 13 EMA to show conviction that they're getting ready to change direction. It hasn't broken the 5 or the 13 EMA just yet. Don't get excited about where you think it's going to go short. Be careful. They're working these zones right now, guys. Be careful. Win Commander, yeah, you called the short, man. You called the short. Well done. But how long is this short going to play for? This is the key thing. The short will be valid when it breaks down below the 5 and the 13 EMA, starts working on the 50 EMA and goes lower. This is what we are expecting if they do bring down price. All right. But this fast move, spike high, hit the longs, open up the shorts, bring price back down, and let's see what happens. We've got a new 1 hour candle. All right. If the new 1 hour candle does come into play and recovers this move up, then happy days. If not, they're going to recover this green vector candle. All right. And just bring it back into the fray again, which is a bit of a shame, really, because we are expecting them to make another move to the upside. All right. So they just could be shaking out a lot of traders right now. Spiky behavior. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is coming down to recover this zone, but it's not doing anything. We need to be aware of that, guys. They're not really doing much right now. They're just working the zone. Target profit at 133.155. Take your profit, man. Target profit. Oh, so close. Marginal. Okay, that's pretty close. There's no reason why that can't be hit. There's no reason why that can't be hit. Win Commander is in a short. Let's see if it's going to hit. It should hit. There's no reason why it can't hit that. 15 more minutes until... So 1 more minute until a new 15-minute candle. Let me just flip that over. Let me see if we've got any vectors on the 15-minute time frame. Yes, yes. Okay, let's see what happens. Are they going to recover? There's the start of New York. Fully. There's a false move, man. They didn't break down below the key moving averages, which is important. Yeah. That looks like a stop hunt low rise. Hasn't broken the 5 or the 13 EMA. Prices may be looking at coming back up a little bit. I'd monitor your short, Win Commander. I'd pay attention to what's going on right now. Where you at with it? Start spreading the news. Good lad, good lad. There you go. There you go. Happy days. And it doesn't matter if it does go down to that point. Doesn't matter. If your TP was 155, look, now it hits it, fine. But you paid yourself. Now you're in a position to start another trade. How good is that? Yeah? Don't get caught in marginal situations. Okay? New York and this... Whoa, what's going on? New York is dumping. New York is dumping. Just before the final hour, guys. Got to be careful. They haven't broken the moving averages just yet. It's not out the woods just yet. Don't get fooled by this move. They're just tapping everyone's liquidity that just went long right now. At least $611 million stolen in a massive cross-chain hack. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Right, guy, how you doing, man? So many pins to the upside. Well, looking at the way they've been behaving, it's consistent, isn't it? It's like until you get a clear break to the upside, confirmation that they are going to keep going higher, you wait. But they brought it back down into the zone again. But the sad truth is this. They may even just bring it back up again. They could be setting it up for another move to the upside. All right? Just grabbing the liquidity from the high, bringing their shorts down, getting their longs filled, at lower prices to move higher again. Notice the green candle, red candle formation. By this principle of this formation, they should move higher. If not, they will come down and they need to break down the 5 and the 13 EMA and the 50 EMA, retrace back up and then make the move down, which is exactly what we spoke about. Okay, not on that instance, but just on this part of the channel, of the chart right here. All right, that is on the basis that they do move higher and they break down. All right, well, actually, it does apply, because if we're at this M formation up here, then naturally you will see this behavior in the chart. All right, but let's just see what they do decide to do next. Red vector candle, not breaking below the 5. It's now below the 5, but not really closing below it with conviction. All right, I want to see the 13 EMA. Where's it at? 13 EMA's right there. Okay, so we're going to see what they plan on doing. Is this going to end up being wicked out and then the next candle spikes higher? Let's see. Look at that behavior, man. That is crazy. Bitcoin is now still down 1.73% for the day. That's not bad. Ethereum is still, yeah, it's marginally down. Okay. Yeah, this New York session Brinks looks like a clean manipulation process. There it is right there. Clean. Recovery of the vector candle more than 50% and it's come back up now. All right. 10 more minutes until the next hour candle. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think today has worked out pretty well and I hope that you guys have learned a thing or two. Make sure to like and subscribe. I have to go and get my daughter now. I've got to go and get the mini market maker. She's going to be calling the shots. But I hope today you've enjoyed yourselves, okay? And keep an eye out on the charts, guys. Just let them show their hand. Wait for the Brinks and the New York session to absorb, the first hour of trading. Let them do their thing and then see what happens next, all right? So, yeah, it is shaking up and down. It's just stuck in a zone. Spike up, brought it back down into the consolidation period. So just be careful, guys. All right, just proceed with caution and always maintain protection of your account. All right, go have yourselves a wonderful day. I will be rolling out tonight. Thank you, Sophia. I'll be rolling out tonight at 10 p.m. as well. All right, I'm going to be doing a stream tonight at 10 p.m. So go have yourselves a wonderful day. Mad love. Wing Commander, well done, bro. You paid yourself. That's what I like to see. Thank you so much for passing through, guys. Mad love and respect to all of you. All right. Head and strength. Nice one, bro. Take care of yourself, my friend. See you later, guys. Peace.